maybe people who never actually come out, they might. You lost my point. I've been trying to say this like 3 times now.
I think you lost your point, but I helped. It's very important to uplift each other. Hi friends, and welcome to Wives vs. World, where we have fun talking about queer stuff and life as a trans, cis, lesbian couple. I'm Jackie.
I'm Anya.
And today we're going to talk about something that really pushes boobs up. And today we are going to talk about something that really pushes my buttons.
Me?
Oh, no. We are going to talk about the trans button test. Do you know what that is? In the comments right now, show us how clever you are. But for those who don't know, what's the trans button test?
It's a tiny little quick and easy test. It's basically if there was a button that you could press that would permanently switch your gender to a different gender.
And no one's the wiser?
Yeah. And it was just like swoop, and then that was it. Would you press that button? You might think like that's a stupid test, but as many of these easy tests, it serves a wider purpose. It says something about people. I think this test especially says something about maybe closeted people.
Eggs,
maybe
egg boys,
eggies that never crackies. It's like people who know that they are trans and are comfortable with their trans identity. Many of them, I think, would press the button very easily and think very little about this. While people who are cis and very comfortable with being cis, they would be like, you know what, I don't need to press that button. I'm good as I am.
Yeah, or they would be like, oh, that would be a hoot, but I would go back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
They would, that's why I'm saying they would not press the button, because they can't go back. That sets it apart, you know? Because if you could just slam the button, of course, that says something about...
That's the non-binary gender fluid test.
We're going to get into that. But I think that makes people really consider, would they press this button or would they not, if they don't have the option to go back?
I've seen so many people, like in comments on like TikTok or Reddit or wherever, who were like, before I came out as trans, I just figured, everybody hated being insert gender. And that's just the way things were. And then once they came out, they found out that, oh my God, no, that's just trans people.
Yeah.
Like, so if you are going around being like, oh, sucks being, I don't know, a girl or sucks being a boy, maybe eggy, maybe.
Also, in the test, you skip the transition.
Yeah.
Like you just, I guess you do transition, but it isn't a phase, it's an instant thing.
Yeah. You press the button, you've always been seen as the other or one of the other genders.
So you don't have to deal with the transition phase, you don't have to deal with the social stigma, you don't have to deal with all that stuff.
No.
And I think that makes it an enticing option to more people than who actually do transition. And I think that a lot of trans people also, like a lot of closeted trans people, yeah, so I think there are a lot of people who... I think there's also a lot of people who end up never transitioning because they don't feel like they will like the result, to be honest. They will think like, yeah, okay, I could be a girl or I could be a boy, but what kind of... I could never be the kind of girl or boy that I actually want to be, so why bother?
I used to think that.
Yeah, so I think this trans button it says a lot about people for those reasons. So we thought it would be fun to talk about what we would do with this button. Would we press the button? Would we not press the button? Okay, so Jackie, you,
yes,
a trans woman.
Me, a trans woman.
Would you press this button?
As a trans woman, would I then become a trans man? This is a complicated issue.
Okay, there are 2 options.
Yeah.
You are a trans woman.
Yes.
Who would then become a trans man. Would you?
Would I become a trans man? No.
Okay, then you wouldn't press the button.
No.
What if you were a man?
If I were a man, yes. Let's say for the sake of argument, pre-transition me, pre-transition Jackie.
Would
the
you,
little scrawny guy. Yeah, I remember.
Would you press... Don't say trans women are men before the transition.
I love you so much. Okay, so pre-transition me would definitely push this button.
Yeah.
So I would have been like, oh, hell fucking yeah, that's what I've always wanted. No one's gonna know. It's just gonna be dandy. No,
but with the perspective you have now.
As a trans woman. So knowing what I know now, would I take the easy bing bong, go like complete cis girl realness?
Would you rather be a cis girl?
No.
That's interesting, isn't it, people? Talk more.
Thank you. I am so many experiences richer, and it makes me that there is a trans component. I think at the beginning of my transition, I really just, I wanted to get this thing over and done with, because like I saw trans as being like, a temporary thing. I would have a period where I was transitioning, and then I would be a woman.
Trans girls didn't have periods.
So I would just get this over and done with, and then I would just be a woman.
A stealth one. No one would know.
Stealth one, yeah.
You would never be on YouTube.
No.
Disclosing your gender
trans status
information.
No. Gender information.
Gendation.
No, I don't think that works. I wouldn't press it because I think the last 10 years have taught me so much about myself. And I don't know, maybe if there was such a button and I was such a young person, maybe I would push it. But at this point, I'm like, if it could turn me into a cis woman, would I? Nah. Like, who gives a crap? Who gives a shit? I don't. Mm-hmm.
If you already have transitioned, would you push it to become cis?
No. It's like, I could also go and get LASIK surgery, and I could do a whole bunch of things. And I could, have the hair under my arms removed, and I could perfect, and I could change, and I could do. But at a certain point, I'm just happy to be me, and I like the me that I am, and I don't think it would meaningfully change anything about me. I think that would remove a huge part of who I am and what I've gone through for the sake of conforming. And I don't want to do that.
I think that's a beautiful answer.
Thank you. Would you press the button?
Meaning that if I press the button, I would become a man.
Let's say it for the sake of argument. Yeah, you become a man.
And I could never become anything else than a man.
No.
See, I am the cis one in the relationship.
Yeah. Asterisk.
Yeah, we usually do the little asterisk because I have said before, I do consider myself non-binary.
Woman adjacent.
Woman adjacent, indeed. Woman light. No, that's not what we say here.
No.
Nope.
Don't get cancelled.
Would I do that? No, I don't. I don't want to be a man. I don't want to be a cis man.
No.
Can you imagine me as a white cis man?
I mean, it's pretty close. As it is. You have the audacity.
Yes, I have the audacity of a white cis man, which is why I should not be one. I think it suits me because I am not.
Like the audacity complements whatever else you have going for you. Okay, let me pose this for you here. What if you could press it continuously?
Just go whatever.
You could go ham. On the day, maybe let's say once every 24 hours, you have to make up your mind. Am I going to push this one today?
24 hours.
Am I going to be a man today? Am I going to be a woman today? Am I going to just switch things around?
I would. Could I? What was my final form?
I don't know. What's your final form?
I don't know, but I have very strong desires about being both a huge hunky cowboy and also a smooth little twink. Mm-hmm. And I just want to know which one.
Oh, so if you pushed the button and you turned into a cis man, would you be a huge muscle man or a little twink boy?
Yes.
That's what you're asking me?
Yes.
I think you get to decide when you push the button.
And I can only be that one.
Oh, that's interesting. I was thinking you just switch around.
Because if I could be whatever form I wanted, I would do like this.
Would you switch between those two and not what you're currently looking
and
like?
And also like this.
Okay, so you want three forms.
Yes.
Okay, you want goblin, and you want twink boy, and you want a raging homosexual beefcake.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I would feel very powerful as a beefcake. There's so many options. There's so many possibilities if you're a beefcake, you know. But imagine if I could just like lift you up, and I could like
literally can
lift our car. But they're just things that would be really cool to be able to do with like a big beefy body. But that would look less good in lingerie. Not necessarily. Was that an answer to your question?
I don't know what it was at this point.
That's for you to figure out.
Yeah, that's for you to ponder sleeplessly at night.
You're allowed to ponder this question.
Let us know in the comments. Just before we let you go, a follow-up question, because I feel like this might be related to what we're talking about. Would you, if you could have a superpower, choose super strength, the ability to fly, or shape-shifting?
Also this is a good trans one, because all trans people, they
the trans people will choose the shape-shifting?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
That's why you're all in the D&D. You're all shapeshifters in the D&D.
That is true. Up until a certain point, I would have said shape-shifting. But now, I'm pretty happy with myself, so I will say that I will fly.
Okay, listen.
Levitate.
I'm teleportation. Teleportation.
Your team teleportation?
Yes, because I would not need to spend time on transportation. And my time is the most precious thing I have. And it shall not be wasted.
You are You're so sensible.
But actually,
I was setting you up for a nice non-binary shape-shifting kind of thing. And you're like, I would not do transportation time because that is waste and not efficient at all.
I'm coming back to that because I've actually learned to enjoy my morning commute with audiobooks. And I wish this was a sponsor.
That would have been so good.
But it is not. Also censor me saying that so they don't know we're not giving them free.
Yeah, the giant is not sponsoring. No one is sponsoring. We're just yelling into the void.
But I would choose shape-shifting because imagine then I could both be the smooth twink in lingerie and I could be the big beefcake in lingerie. At different times, shape-shifting doesn't make you more people. It isn't like the ornithologist.
English is so hard, y'all.
From Benny's Bathtub. Shout out if you get that reference. Okay, that's it. That's actually... Okay, final question. Would you press the button? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are about it.
In the meantime, I'm gonna press your buttons.
Ooh.
All right, guys, we hope you had fun today because we sure did. Hit that... What are we saying? What do we usually say? Smash that subscribe button. And
we hope you liked this video. And if you did, you can subscribe for more.
It's true.
And we upload sometimes. And you can watch our videos if and when we upload.
But if you miss us, if it's been like a couple of months and you're like, are they still alive? Why don't you check out our social media accounts? You can find them in the description. It'll send you all across the internet to like TikTok, to Instagram. Go check out my Instagram and book some time to get a tattoo. I am looking to get more customers. Yep. And what are you doing?
Buy my books.
Yeah.
Because I am writing books and you should read them because they are great.
Was that it?
Yes.
Yes. I guess that's it. We hope to see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll uplift you by the neck. Okay, what are we talking about? You stay quiet. Would you describe me as an autogynephile?
Definitely.
You heard it here first, baby.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of people who never transition. Y'all, you see what I'm dealing with here? Like, Jesus.